Welcome to HCN Evening News Bulletin with me, Clinton D'Souza, and here are the top stories. While the leaders are promoting sports in the country, at many places people are demanding better infrastructure and facilities. But here in South Goa, especially in Asolna, Ambeli and Velin, there is world-class sports facilities and complex. But yet the youngsters and sportsmen are not able to use these facilities as the authorities have failed to maintain it, while on the other hand, the gates are locked. Locals and young sports lovers have raised their voice over this issue.
Everywhere, people are promoting sports in the country. And at many places, people are also demanding better infrastructure and facilities. But while having them here in Goa, especially in Asolna, Ambeli and Velim, with the world-class facilities made available and complexes, the youngsters and sportsmen lovers are not being able to use the facilities as the authorities have failed to maintain it, while on the other hand, the gates are locked. Look at these visuals. Look at the condition of the ground here. The grass is not cut. The roof isn't okay. While the main gate of the ground and the complex is locked. Now watch to what the locals and the sports lovers have to say due to this issue.
हो आमगेलो आसोलना फुटबॉल ग्राउंड विलेज आतां आमी पळयला थोडे कांटो ग्राउंड पळयला वेळ्ळी पंचायताचो आंबेली ग्राउंड चयला आंबेली पंचायताचो वो आसोलना ग्राउंड आतां तिनूय ग्राउंड पळयले जाल्यार तुमकां दिश्टी पडटा तें सिट्युएशन कितें आहा तें आसोलना ग्राउंडाचें थोडें तोंड भरलो आहा आंबेली ग्राउंड तोंड भरलो आनी वेळ्ळे थोडे कांटो ग्राउंड आहा तो इनकम्प्लीट आहा आजून ओपन केलो ना आतां 10 वर्सां जालीं आतां भुरग्यांक सगळ्यांक उमेद आसा खेळपाची पूण खेळपाचें ग्राउंड ना आनी हे ग्राउंड केल्ले ह्या भुरग्यांक पासत आनी फाटीं आमचो लोक आतांचो प्रेसिडेंट MLA मिनिस्टर फिलीप नेरी रॉड्रिगीस लोकांक सांगतालो की आपण डेव्हलपमेंट करपा म्हणून BJP जॉयन जाला म्हणून आतां कसले डेव्हलपमेंट तें खबर ना आतां हे तिनूय ग्राउंड पळयले जाल्यार डेव्हलपमेंट जालां ते पासून तेच्यान मेंटेन करपाक जायना हे ग्राउंड बेगीनूच SHN मेंटेन करचें आनी भुरग्यांक लागीं तांकां खेळपाक दिवचें म्हणून मागणी.
When something, before any project comes in a village, you proclaim that the project is for the village. Why is it not for the village? Why are the villagers not allowed to go in there? How long does it take for one project to come up? 10 years? What happens after that? 10 years. There are kids who have grown a decade older. What happens when they can't use the facilities that has been promised to the villagers? And this is ridiculous. It should not happen anywhere in the state or in the country or in the world. When you promise something for the village, it has to be for the village. And we, the villagers, we will demand and request that this facility to be opened for the children, for the people of the village as soon as possible.
My question is, 5 वर्ष लगता है pitch complete करूँगा? That is a question. इतू 5 वर्ष कित्याक लागोली तो ग्राउंड कंप्लीट करपाक लोकांचे पयशे जेन्ना 5 वर्सां भितर आख्खो इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर रेडी जाल्लो विथ सो मच इट इज द लार्जेस्ट दिस टाइप ऑफ अ स्टेडियम इन अ स्टेट with the facility that were visualized for the village. इतू 5 वर्ष कित्याक लागोली कंप्लीट जावपाक आनी अजून पासून तो कंप्लीट जावन दिल ना लोकां कडेन हो विलेज ग्राउंड जाल्यारू ऑरेंज विलेज एक एसेट जाल्यारू ते लोक मान कित्याक बंद आसता हे आतां तुका दिश्टी पडलो जाल्यारू हे कोविड टायमार हिंगा लोकांक वॉक मारून जातालें सायकल शिकोवन जाताली मोटरसायकल शिकोवन जातालें कार शिकोवन जातालें भुरग्यांक स्केटींग करून जातालें रायट सायडीक आख्खी ओपन एरिया आहा थिंगा जायतूस करून जाताली एक एक्टिविटी जाता आसली विलेज इट वूड हॅव बीन अ वंडरफुल कंट्रिब्युशन ड्युरिंग दिस पॅन्डेमिक यू जस्ट बेड एंड लीव इट लायक दिस इट्स एन इन्सल्ट टू द टॅक्स पेयर्स मनी इट्स एन इन्सल्ट टू द विलेज सो इंतू दोगांयली आनी बेंजामिनान जर कंप्लीट करून जावना जाल्यार ताका कांय प्रेशरूय घालूं जावना टू कंप्लीट बिकॉज इफ यू रियली केअर्ड फॉर द विलेज यू शुड हॅव कंप्लीटेड इट and his predecessor starts and gives you such a beginning, why couldn't this present MLA complete it? This is a real crisis of leadership. This has to be completed as a village asset. And we have to restore the whole enthusiasm of the village back on the ground. Because when you have a good playground, the village is united. When the kids of the village play it out and sweat it out, that's where real unity comes. We want this restoration, irrespective of who comes as a MLA. and who is now, play the leadership role. Give this ground as it was meant to be, a village ground where the children are formed, the boys are formed to be men of the village, the girls are formed to be the women of the village.
Polls are celebration of, by, and for the people. If guest politicians are liked, they stay, and they are asked to leave politely otherwise. As the festival of election is around the corner, some Goans spoke on how they want to celebrate this festival and with whom.
An election reminds us of how fortunate we are to be born in a democratic nation where we elect our representatives. Unfortunately, nowadays, politics has been turned into more of a business rather than being involved in the governance of a particular place. And politicians are more of occupations than a vocation. And this causes political parties to be election winning machines. Before, a party used to be judged or evaluated on what causes they echoed, what issues they raised. Now a political party is judged by how many elections they win. And precisely because of this, political parties make statements like, we are confident of winning the election, we are confident of forming a majority, because they know that people always vote for the winning candidate, the winning side.
कांय म्हयन्यान गोंयान इलेक्शनां घडपाची आहात आनी आमी इलेक्शन म्हणटात ते सदां फेस्टिवल ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी म्हणटात. आमी आतां पळयतात खुबशे जे राजकीय पक्ष आहात ते दिल्लीच्यान येतात, थोडे आमचे लोकल पक्ष आहात, हे आमकां खुबशे प्रॉमिसीस करतात. पूण आमी पळयतात की हे प्रॉमिसीस फक्त इलेक्शना पुरती मर्यादीत उरतात. हे एक्चुअली कांय जायना. आतां पॅन्डेमीक सिच्युएशनान आमी पळयलें आसतलें कितले लोकांचे जॉब गेले, कितले लोक हांगा आमकां सोडून गेले. पूण सरकारान कोणाकूच म्हणटा ती कसलीच आर्थीक किंवा जी सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आसा सरकारान कांयच घेवंक ना. सो आमी सरकारा कडेन आनी जे कोण आतां इलेक्शनाक कॉन्टेस्ट करपाचे आहात तेंच्या कडेन मागतात की तेंच्यांनी लोकांचो पयलीं विचार करपाचो, लोकां वांगडा कनेक्ट जावपाची गरज आहा आनी मागीर आपलो पॉलिटिकल मॅनिफेस्टो किंवा जे प्रॉमिसीस आहात ते लोकां फुडें मांडपाचे. आनी आमी रिक्वेस्ट करता की तेंच्यांनी ते जे प्रॉमिसीस कितें करता ते फुलफील करपा जाय.
इलेक्शनाचो जेन्ना जेन्ना टायम येता आमचें गोंय ल्हानशें. इलेक्शन म्हणल्यार कितें? इलेक्शन म्हणजे इट्स अ फेस्टिवल ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी वे पीपल कॅन चूज कोण तांकां जाय तो. पूण आयज काल इलेक्शन म्हणल्यार एक फकाण जावन गेलो हाय. आनीक जितल्यो पार्टी ज्यो येताय, ज्यो दिल्लीसून येताय वो भायरसून येताय वो जे रिजनल पार्टीज आहाय ते फकत फोट मान लोकांक नाडपाचे प्रयत्न करताय आनी हे भाशेन प्रॉमीस दिताय जे प्रॉमिसीस कॅनॉट बी फुलफिल्ड. सो हांव मागता लोकां ताय हे पार्ट तुमी बारीक नियाळ करून बारीक चिंतून तुमी रियलायज करून तुमी वोट करचे आनी फेक प्रॉमिसीसा लागून वोट करची न्हू. पूण जो मनीस तुमचे बराबर 24/7 आसलोलो, जो मनीस तुमचे बराबर कोविडा टायमा उबो आसलोलो, तेसो मनशां तुमी सांबाळचे, तेसो मनशां मुखार हाडचे आनी पयशां वो हे पार्टीन फेक प्रॉमिसीस दिले, फेक उदो दिता, फेक लायट दिता, फ्री लायट दिता, फ्री उदो दिता, फ्री गाडी दिता, फ्री बस दिता, फ्री बेकार रावले जाल्यार पयशे दिता म्हूण वोट करची न्हू. कित्याक ते जर तर पावर येनाय जाल्यार कांय मेळपा ना आनीक येयले जाल्यार म्हाका दिसना ते कितें प्रॉमिसीस सांगले ते कोत्ताय अशें म्हूण.
On Wednesday, several women from Porvorim marched to the Directorate of Women and Child Welfare Office demanding to clear their long-pending Grahadar and Ladli Lakshmi funds. The women alleged that it's been months that they have not been given or paid or not received the funds from the government under these two set schemes. However, the Directorate of Women said that she will solve this issue once the survey and proper KYC registration and other things are put in place.
Funds under the Griya Aadhar Ladli Lakshmi scheme have not been received by several women. Hence, alleging this, the Porvorim women marched to Director's office. On Wednesday, the women alleged that it's been months that many of them didn't receive the funds from the government under these two schemes. Hence, they marched in protest to the director's office. However, the director has assured to solve their issue by the 30th and said that this issue will be solved once a survey and proper KYC registration is done.
The ladies have not received the payment. 1 year जाली थोड्यांक, 6 महिने जाले थोड्यांक, कितलेच महिने जाले आणि every time we come here they say they want a life certificate. They are doing a survey. पूण सर्वेयर कांय घरा लागीं पावना. हांगा येवन सांगता ते कित्याक आमकां मेळोंक ना म्हणून. लेटरान धाडटात ती तांच्या एड्रेसाक कशी मेळटा आनी हे एड्रेस नको सर्वेयर वेता ते. So बोंडलाची बोंडला. I don't know what is happening. Instead of making ourselves, us ladies, lives simpler and better, आमकां सामकी फोंडान घालतात.
All the prices have gone up. How are we going to manage? All the prices, petrol prices, gas prices, the power tariff, then the groceries, even the salary people cannot be able to make ends meet. And they are depriving of the housewives.
At least what late Manohar Parrikar had started this for the ladies, some help for the needy, that should be continued. ते तुमच्याकडे जायना आणि कितें उरला रे.
जेन्ना लायफ सर्टिफिकेट मागता पळय तेन्ना ऑलरेडी लायफ सर्टिफिकेट आमी सबमीट केल्लें आसा. म्हाजे कडेन लिस्टूच आसा लायफ सर्टिफिकेट. इवन सुद्दां हांगा हांवें लायफ सर्टिफिकेट सबमीट करून सुद्दां ताका सर्वे म्हणून घालता. जेन्ना सर्वे येता पळय एक रिमार्क येता की घर मेळना म्हणून. जो मनीस सर्वे करपाक येता पळय तो घरा कडेन येयच ना. न्हू सर्वे जर तुमी सारके धाडटा न्हू तो घरा कडेन पावपाक जाय. कित्याक जेन्ना ताका लेटर येता पळय ते एड्रेसाचेर लेटर पावता. जर लेटर जर तुमचें पावता जाल्यार सर्वेयर कित्याक थंय पावना. त्या खातीर ते होल्डअप केल्ले आसा. आतां तुका सांगता म्हाजे कडेन एक आसा तिका जुनान लास्ट पावर केल्ले जुनाच्या मागीर ताका पेमेंटूच येवंक ना. लोक कितें जाता आमी 5 मेंबर आसल्या कारणान आमी भोंवता सगळे कडेन. लोक ब्लेम आमकां करता कित्याक पयशे येनाका म्हणून. परत कोविडाचें आसा आमकां लोकांक तरी मेळोनय लोक पेपर वर्क करता लोक आनी आमकां ब्लेम करता 5 मेंबरांक कितलो तुमी आमकां पयशेच दिनात म्हणून. ते एक्चुली सँक्शन करपाचें कोणी गव्हर्मेंटान आनी हांव म्हाजो म्हयन्याच्या म्हयन्या अपडेट करून घेवन येता. कित्याक लोकांक कळोनी बाबा अपडेट हे 8 दीस जाले हांवें अपडेट करून घेवन येयला. पूण आजुनूय फक्त कितें जाता APS येल्ले फावटी म्हाज्या हेजेर आसा APS.
तांचे गृह आदाराची थोड्यो क्वेरी आशिल्ल्यो. आमी जे सर्वे करपाक लायिल्ली आनी तांचो सर्वे रिपोर्ट आयिल्लो आनी थोड्यांचे होम क्लोज नॉट नोन दिल्ले ते आमी आमच्या आंगणवाडी वर्करा थ्रू परत व्हेरीफाय करतात. सो तांकां कशें न्यूज मेळ्ळी खंय गृह आदाराची व्हेरिफिकेशन फ्रॉम जेल ओनली वील बी टेकन इन टू कन्सिडरेशन आनी आंगणवाडी वर्करान केल्ले जावचें ना अशें तांचे डावट आशिल्ले म्हणून ती डावट क्लियर करपाक हांगा आयिल्ली. आनी तांकां आमी हांगा एक्सप्लेन केलें की आमी जे सर्वे रिपोर्ट्स आयिल्ले आनी जे हे आशिल्ले तांचे रिव्हेरिफिकेशन करपाक आमच्या CDPO थ्रू आनी आंगणवाडी थ्रू आमी करपाक तांकां लिस्ट दिल्ली आसा. ती आमची आंगणवाडी टिचर हेल्पर कोणी तुमच्या दारान येता तिका हेल्प करात, तिका कॉपरेट करात आनी तुमचो बँक अकावंट हो लिंक करात, KYC लिंक करात हे आमी सांगलें तांकां. आनी तांणी दिल्ले जे लिस्ट आशिल्लें आनी रिप्रेजेंटेशन आशिल्लें तें आमी घेतलें आनी आमी तें सॉल्व करतलीं म्हणून तांकां सांगलां. आनी पर्सनली हांव इंट्रस्ट घेवन ते सगळें सॉल्व करपाक पळयतलें कित्याक जनतेच्या हेल्पा खातीरच आमी हांगा आसात न्ही.
मॅडम फ्रॉम हाऊ मेनी मंथ दीस गृह आधार हॅज बीन स्टॉप रायट नाव? कितले महिन्याची पेमेंट येऊन ना अजून?
2च महिन्याचे उरला ते. वी हॅड पेड न्हू जून जुलय ऑगस्ट पेड.
आनी तांकां तुमी डेट बी दिला पेमेंट दितली?
हांवें तांकां सांगलां की गव्हर्मेंट सुद्दां ट्राय करता बेगिनांतले बेगीन पे करपाक आनी डेट वील बी डन बिकॉज फायल हॅज ऑलरेडी बीन मूव्ड and it will be approved.
Clear जातलें सगळें?
हय. And I have told them that you give us the income certificate properly done, लायफ सर्टिफिकेट दिया, तुमची बँक अकाउंट KYC लिंक करात म्हणटकीर तुमकां आनी कसली क्वेरीज आसपाना म्हणून.
The Corporation of City of Panjim held a special meeting on Wednesday, but this meeting got heated as there was an argument between the ruling and the opposition councillors over several issues. Issues such as several resolutions, parking, casinos, markets, and more were discussed.
I have proposed a lot of initiatives, okay, that have not been undertaken earlier also. Now, for example, we have now there is no comprehensive stormwater drainage network for the city. So now G-Suda thankfully is doing one for us, including a detailed project report also, which has not been done. So this is the first time it is being done. Now, after this plan comes in, then hopefully we are going to be in talks with other agencies for execution of that work. So we want to solve this flooding problem faced by the citizens. The other thing is the Panjim market plan, phase 3. So that also we are in talks with G-Suda to have that plan developed for us and also execution of the work. So once the plan is ready, we'll present it to the council and seek approval for that also. Then other than that also, we have a list of all the development works to be carried out in the things. You know, as part of our DMA has given us, say, every year 5 crores. Now the way it was utilized in the past was basically it was given spread out amongst the cooperators and it would never really solve any major problem. So now this year what we're hoping to do is fix one major problem in one ward or in 2-3 wards, how much ever. Now for example, the Miramar area where the Trinity Hospital is, that floods on a regular basis. The water comes up to knee level, it goes into people's houses, it's a major problem for that area. So one of the works that we are proposing is to basically do up that entire drain to solve the flooding in that area. So that area, if the work is executed properly, should not flood again. So like that we want to plan initiatives like this. Another one that we didn't discuss was the non-motorized zone also for the people of the Fantais area. So they have a lot of problem when it comes to parking basically. So now what they have proposed also and what we have helped them with is basically to turn, it's going to be a test area. We want to turn one area into a non-motorized zone and it'll have parking only for residents. So we're hoping with initiatives like this, we can turn, as per their request, we can turn that area into a non-motorized zone for the benefit of those people who live there. Then yeah, those are the major things that we were. See now that National Theatre thing has been pending since 2010 or earlier than that also now. See now, at least what my plan is now, see now, we charge the citizens a lot when it comes to taxes. Okay, our financial situation is not the best, but my eventual goal is now to reduce taxes for everyone in the city. But for that to happen, we need alternate sources of income that is not only related to taxing people. Because I don't think that is right. So now we are hoping with like proposals like this with National Theatre and all, we can get extra revenue flowing into the CCP. That will be the benefit of everybody. We want to add parking for the citizens also, because that is one big issue that we know is facing them also. So these are one step towards fixing everyone's problems in the city.
I am every time मेरा का विचारता bylaws खंय बोले ते कित्याक bylaws तर आमचे जायना जाल्यार आमकां कसं अधिकार ना खंयचे सील करपाक आता so many जाले हांवें ताका विचारलें give me a report card as a mayor of the city what have you done he has no answer they are now trying to sell the property to a builder जेन्ना हांव मेयर आसलो when उदय बाब मेयर आसले आमकां ते आयिल्ले डील करपाक आमी सांगलें हे आमचे आदल्या लोकांनी ही प्रॉपर्टी दवरलेली आहा की आमी ती प्रॉपर्टी आमी सेव करूंक जाय हे आतां येयल्या ते विकूंक सोदता प्रॉपर्टी मार्केट थर्ड फेज हांवें सांगलें ना थर्ड फेज कित्याक कोणाक
दिवपाचें आतां लिस्ट करा
लिस्ट खंय आहा गोंयकारांक ओ मायग्रंटाक ओ भुमिपुत्राक ओ तेंच्या वोटरांक पणजेच्या लोकांनी शादूर जावंक जाय हे थर्ड फेज घालूंक सोदता आपणाचे वोटर भुमिपुत्र कोण येता ते थंय हाडपाक फर्स्ट फेज सेकंड फेज आजून पसून आमकां पयशे मेवना सगळें जाल्लें आहा पूण प्रेशरायज कोत्ता वोटर म्हणून आपणाचे आनी वयर सावन प्रेशर येता कांय करनाका म्हणून आनी तुमी आतां थर्ड फेज करूंक सोदता कोणाक खंयच्या गोंयकारांक मेवपाक ना.
The Mapsa police have arrested a 47-year-old tuition teacher from Mapsa for allegedly sexually assaulting a 7-year-old minor. Mapsa police are further investigating this case.
47-year-old tuition teacher from Mapsa was arrested for allegedly sexually assaulting a 7-year-old minor. Here are the highlights. At Mapsa, a 7-year-old has been sexually assaulted by a 47-year-old tuition teacher. As per information, for the last 5 to 6 days, the said accused had been visiting the victim's house to give her tuitions, and during the classes only the victim and the teacher used to be present in one room of the flat. Later on Tuesday, before the teacher could come to give the tuition, she had already approached her parents and narrated the incident. The parents questioned the teacher and later lodged a police complaint at the Mapsa police station. The accused is placed under arrest under section of 346, 354A, 376A, B, 509 by 506 by 2, Goa Children's Act 8 and POSCO Act 4, 8 and 10 and 12. Mapsa police are further investigating this case.
For more than 20 days now, a boat was stuck at the Miramar beach. Now on Tuesday late evening, this boat was removed. But while removing this boat, there was a huge hole that was dug and later left unattended.
For more than 20 days, this boat was stuck at the Miramar beach. And on Tuesday, this boat was removed and later put into sea. But while removing, there was a huge tug made and later it was left unattended. Watch this visuals.
The IMD has predicted heavy to very heavy rainfall over North and South Goa district. The IMD has further predicted that rainfall activity will increase over isolated places of North Goa from Thursday onwards. Fishermen are advised not to venture into the deep sea. Heavy rainfall will be accompanied with thunder showers and gusty winds.
और अगर आज के दिन के सिग्निफिकेंट वेदर सिस्टम के बारे में डिस्कस करें तो देयर इज़ अ लो प्रेशर एरिया ओवर गैंजेटिक वेस्ट बंगाल, सदर्न पार्ट्स ऑफ गैंजेटिक वेस्ट बंगाल। तो उस सिस्टम के कारण गोवा के ऊपर अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 1.5 किलोमीटर हाइट में और 0.9 किलोमीटर हाइट में सब जो नॉर्थ वेस्टर्ली विंड्स है उसका स्पीड बढ़ा है और उसके कारण ज़्यादा मॉइस्चर इनकर्शन हो रहा है। और फॉर द सेम रीज़न रेन बेयरिंग क्लाउड फॉर्मेशन और रेनफॉल भी गोवा के ऊपर आज कंपैरेटिवली ज़्यादा है। और ये सिस्टम जो है जिसको हम गैंजेटिक वेस्ट बंगाल के ऊपर लो प्रेशर एरिया बोल रहे थे, वो सिस्टम का वेस्टवर्ड मूवमेंट भी पॉसिबल है आने वाली 48 आवर्स में। और उसका मूवमेंट के साथ साथ उसका वो सर्कुलेशन का मूवमेंट के साथ साथ लो प्रेशर का वीकनिंग की भी चांसेस है। तो कंसिडरिंग ऑल दिस सिचुएशंस on 21st and 22nd there is possibility of heavy rainfall at one or two places over Goa. Heavy rainfall meaning rainfall exceeding 6.4 centimeters in 24 hours. तो ऐसे heavy rainfall एक या दो जगह पे दोनों दिनों में गोवा के दोनों डिस्ट्रिक्ट के ऊपर होने के चांसेस हैं। और देर इज़ पॉसिबिलिटी कि आइसोलेटेड जगह पे रेनफॉल के साथ थंडर और लाइटनिंग भी होने के चांसेस हैं। और आज अभी के दिन का हम एट अराउंड 12:30 का रडार इमेज देखेंगे तो वी कैन सी दैट रेनफॉल एक्टिविटीज़ देर ओवर मापसा, पार्ट्स ऑफ बिचोलिम तालुका और परनेम तालुका। तो ये सब जगह पे अभी रेनफॉल हो रहा है एट अराउंड 12:30 PM ऑफ 21 सितंबर। और 21 को 8:30 AM से 12:30 PM तक का रेनफॉल हम देखेंगे तो ऑलरेडी पणजी हैज़ रिपोर्टेड 3 सेंटीमीटर्स ऑफ रेनफॉल। Similarly, Marmagaon also reported around 27 millimeters of rainfall, यानी कि 2.7 centimeters of rainfall. Mapsa also has reported 2.5 centimeters of rainfall. परने से भी और ओल्ड गोवा से भी रिपोर्ट्स है अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 1 सेंटीमीटर रेनफॉल का। तो all this information is available on IMD's website and its social media platforms. Please be updated with the warnings and forecast IMD issues in these coming days.
Well, that's all we have in today's HCN Evening News Bulletin. Thank you for watching HCN. For more alerts and updates, please do follow us at O Heraldo Goa on Facebook and Twitter. Until then, goodbye and take care.